There comes a moment in many people's lives when silence becomes louder than words. It is the moment when someone who has been waiting, hoping, and believing begins to wonder if it is finally time to walk away. If you clicked on this message today, don't see it as a prediction about your future. Instead, see it as a reminder that love, like every meaningful relationship, depends on honesty, courage, and action. Imagine someone who deeply cares about you. They have spent countless days wondering whether they should speak, whether they should stay, or whether they should let go. They have replayed conversations in their mind, remembered the smallest details, and hoped that somehow everything would become clear. Yet every unanswered question has slowly become heavier. Every missed opportunity has created another wall between two hearts that may have once felt connected. Now ask yourself something important. How many times have you stayed silent because you assumed someone already knew how you felt? How many dreams have been delayed because fear convinced you that tomorrow would always be there? Life has a way of reminding us that tomorrow is never guaranteed. Every sunrise is a new chance, but every sunset is also a reminder that time keeps moving forward whether we are ready or not. This message is not here to create fear. It is here to awaken courage. Sometimes what feels like goodbye is really a wake-up call inviting us to become more honest, more confident, and more present. If there is someone you truly value, don't let pride speak louder than your heart. Don't allow overthinking to steal moments that could become beautiful memories. Many people lose incredible opportunities not because they lacked love, but because they lacked action. They waited for the perfect moment, the perfect sign, or the perfect words. But perfection rarely arrives. Growth begins the moment you choose courage over comfort. Think about every challenge you have already survived. There were days when you believed you would never recover, yet here you are, stronger, wiser, more capable than you realized. The same strength that carried you through those difficult seasons is still inside you today. You don't need to become someone else to deserve meaningful relationships. You simply need to become honest enough to show the real person you already are. If fear has been holding you back, remember this. Fear often disguises itself as logic. It whispers that waiting is safer, that silence protects you, and that avoiding difficult conversations prevents pain. But in reality, silence often creates the very regrets we spend years trying to forget. Every meaningful connection requires vulnerability. It requires two people who are willing to risk misunderstanding in order to discover understanding. That is where real growth begins. Not in pretending everything is perfect, but in choosing authenticity even when your voice shakes. Perhaps someone important in your life has been carrying burdens you cannot see. Perhaps they have been fighting battles they never spoke about. Every person you meet has a story hidden beneath the surface. Compassion becomes powerful when we remember that we rarely know the full picture. Before assuming someone has stopped caring, consider the possibility that they may simply be struggling to express themselves. Before believing every silence means rejection, remember that people experience fear in different ways. Sometimes the strongest emotions are also the hardest to communicate. At the same time, never forget your own worth. Caring about someone should never require you to abandon your self-respect. Healthy love grows where honesty, kindness, and mutual effort exist together. You deserve relationships where communication flows both ways, where appreciation is expressed, and where both people choose to keep growing together. This is your reminder to become the kind of person who says the encouraging words today instead of waiting until tomorrow. Send the thoughtful message. Make the meaningful phone call. Apologize if you need to. Forgive when your heart is ready. Celebrate the people who make your life brighter while they are still able to hear your gratitude. Life is filled with moments that never repeat themselves. The conversation you avoid today may become the conversation you wish you had tomorrow. The opportunity to encourage someone may never appear in exactly the same way again. That is why choosing kindness today matters so much. Sometimes we imagine that one dramatic decision changes everything. In reality, life is often transformed by small daily choices. Choosing patience instead of anger. choosing understanding instead of assumptions, choosing hope instead of fear. These quiet decisions slowly build a life filled with stronger relationships and greater peace. If you have been disappointed before, don't let yesterday convince you that tomorrow cannot be different. Every new day offers another opportunity to write a better chapter. Your past may explain your fears, but it does not have to define your future. You are not powerless. You have the ability to become more compassionate, more courageous, and more intentional. Every positive choice you make influences the people around you. Your encouragement may become someone else's reason to keep believing. Your honesty may inspire another person to finally speak from their heart. Remember that true confidence is not pretending to have all the answers. True confidence is accepting that uncertainty is part of life while continuing to move forward anyway. Brave people are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make every decision. There will always be voices telling you that it is too late, that people never change, or that hope is foolish. Don't allow those voices to become your reality. Growth is possible. Healing is possible. Better communication is possible. Stronger relationships are possible when people are willing to learn, listen, and act with sincerity. Even if someone eventually chooses a different path, you can still walk away knowing you acted with integrity. Regret becomes much smaller when you know you gave your best, spoke your truth with kindness, and treated others with respect. As you continue your own journey, focus on becoming the best version of yourself rather than trying to control every outcome. Invest in your character. Strengthen your confidence. Build your patience. Protect your peace. The healthier you become emotionally, the healthier your relationships can become as well. Never underestimate the power of encouragement. A single sincere conversation can rebuild trust. A heartfelt apology can begin healing. A genuine compliment can brighten someone's entire week. Small acts of love often create the biggest impact. So if there is something your heart has been waiting to say, don't ignore that opportunity forever. Let wisdom guide your words, let kindness shape your actions, and let courage replace hesitation. Whether the outcome is exactly what you hope for or not, you will know that you chose honesty instead of silence. Your story is still being written. Every page ahead contains possibilities you cannot yet imagine. Keep believing in your ability to grow through every challenge. Keep choosing compassion over bitterness. Keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. One meaningful conversation can open a new chapter. One act of forgiveness can release years of pain. One decision to believe in yourself can completely change the direction of your life. Today is an invitation to stop waiting for perfect circumstances and start becoming the person you are capable of being. Speak with respect. Listen with patience. Love with wisdom. Live with purpose. Whatever happens next, let your decisions be guided by courage instead of fear, by hope instead of doubt, and by gratitude instead of regret. The future belongs to those who are willing to grow, to learn, and to appreciate the people who matter while they still have the chance. Take this message with you today, not as a prediction, but as a powerful reminder that every meaningful relationship becomes stronger when people choose honesty, empathy, and action. Your next step could become the beginning of a brighter chapter. Believe in your ability to make that step, and never underestimate how much a single moment of courage can transform an entire life.